Hello, my dear dance friends, and happy week here from L Studios Dance Experience YouTube channel on YouTube, because where else would we be? And today, like you can guys see in the title, we are doing our first podcast episode here on the channel. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow us on all the social media so we can do this more. We're really excited to do it. It's something different, something a little bit more selfish. Let's say we do it for us to have some fun and to promote dancing. But like it said, we're going to do our first podcast episode. It's going to be me, the guest. So I don't want to just talk about me and just sit here by myself. My lovely sister, Ivana. This is Ivana. She's going to be asking me some questions. The questions are going to be split into three major categories. There is going to be personal questions. There's going to be dance questions and then business questions when it comes to more about the dancing industry. And we're going to have 3 or 4 questions in every category. So I think we're gonna start. We don't want to make it too long this video, so let's get going. I will head on to Ivana, and she's the main guy now, or girl actually, better say. Let's go.
Okay, hi, I'm Ivana. We start the first question is where are you from?
Okay, so that was fast. So I am originally from Croatia. I was born there. I lived there till I was about 60. I don't know. Yeah, probably 15, 16 years old, and then I moved to some other countries. But yeah, I'm originally from Croatia, from the north of Croatia, a little village called Police. It's spelled actually police, like the police. But yeah, really small town, maybe a town village, maybe like 20 people used to live there. Now it's like maybe 5. So yeah, that's where I'm from.
Okay, very cool. The next question is how old are you?
Okay, well, that's a question that you don't ask a lady.
Oh, how young are you?
How? Thank you. Okay, so nah, that's fine. So I'm born February 9th, 1997. So I'm only 28 years old. I'm still a baby because most of my students are in their 50s and 60s. Not that that's old. I'm just saying they have a little bit more experience. So compared to them, I'm a baby. But yeah, I went for a lot in my life. So yeah, I'm 28.
The next question
Next
is
question. She's on the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will talk way more.
Okay, the next question is did you live in another countries?
Yes, I did. So actually, the United States, it's my 6th country I live in. So I lived in Croatia, I lived in Germany, I lived in Italy, I lived in Switzerland, I was in Russia for a bit, and then I lived here now in America. And America has been the longest. It's been now 6 years since I'm here.
Wow, that's a lot.
And I love the United States the most. So
Very cool.
very cool.
Okay.
Very cool. She doesn't care. She doesn't. She just goes on. I promise. This is.
I
just
know you.
Yeah.
You're my brother. I know the answer.
She doesn't know me though.
Okay, what is your favorite food? Oh,
Oh wow. Okay. I don't know. Pizza. I think pasta. I like Italian food. So pizza, pasta, seafood. I just like to eat. I like barbecue. Oh my God, a good Memphis barbecue. So I used to live in Memphis for a while. I think Memphis has the best barbecue. That's maybe a little bit controversial, but I think Memphis has the best barbecue in the country. I know people. I don't know if anybody from Texas is watching, but they're probably gonna not watch us ever again after this. Okay, we are back. We had a little trouble. We had some technical difficulty. Full storage on the camera, so we needed to change that. But we are back. Question was,
what's your favorite Croatian food?
favorite Croatian food? Turkey with mlinci. Mlinci is a traditional Croatian pasta, I would say. Yeah. It's actually dry, like pasta is dry, and then you just, it's pasta. It's pasta. What am I complicating? It's pasta, but Croatian.
Okay, we are on the second category.
Category, very good.
Yeah.
She's still learning English, all right? It's much better. So all the people that are watching and coming in the studio, I think you heard it. It's better.
Yeah.
But
please be nice.
Please be nice. Yeah. No mean comments.
Okay.
Croatian mafia comes.
The next is category dance.
Fancy. Okay.
Yes. The first question
so now I need to go into dancer mode. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, cool.
The question is, when did you start dancing?
Okay, so I started dancing, ballroom dancing, when I was about 9 years old. So almost 20 years ago. but I started dancing about when I was 7. I did some other dances. I did some belly dancing. I did some hip hop. I did some historical medieval dancing, weird stuff we had in school. But yeah, so it's been 2 decades of dancing and knowledge. Yeah.
Okay. The next question is, what is your favorite dance and why?
Ooh, okay, easy. Samba. I love samba. It's the dance of the thousand rhythms, and that's why I love it. I love music. I love rhythmical changes. I love dynamical dancing. I love dancing that it's pure and it's your first leader or follower is actually the music. So I think samba portrays that very well. You can really, how would I say without being too complicated, you can really improvise a lot when it comes to rhythm, and I love it. And if you are really good, if you have a good partner and you guys have been dancing for a long time, I think samba can be really a dance where you show your connection and you show your rhythmical connection, but also lead and follow and all that, the
Yes,
jazz. So yeah,
I
samba,
agree.
samba. She
I
agrees.
like samba too.
Perfect.
Okay, what do you like to teach or dance the most in ballroom dancing?
Ooh, that's a good question. Hmm. Okay, so it depends. If dancing, the most I like dancing is of course samba, but especially I like to present rhythm in samba, and I like to present body actions and body rhythms, and timing changes in foot. So that's what I like to dance. When it comes to teaching, it depends. If I teach pros, I like to teach them musicality. So I think a lot of pros don't have musicality; they barely have timing. So it's like musicality is a totally different thing. But when it comes to students, my main thing I do, I like to teach technique, but in a way of like technique is not something that's just confined to ballroom dancing or particularly ballroom dancing technique, but the technique of your body moving. So mechanics. I love to teach mechanics. It's nothing to do really with dancing. It's just you understanding how your body works. So if we walk, we walk, we walk, it's the same mechanic. It's maybe a little bit different because you're on music and with a partner and you need to create some certain movements in your body that makes the dance look like dance, but mechanics are mechanics. We always do it. We do it through everyday life. So I really try to teach, and I love to teach my students how to make dancing feel as natural as possible. We do all that in everyday life, just that we don't realize it because it's muscle memory. So yeah, there you go. I hope it makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
cool.
good.
Good.
Okay, now it's a good question. Favorite dancer?
Oh, favorite dancer. Okay.
Yes.
So this is gonna be difficult because I mean, if you know ballroom dancers, great. So my favorite dancers, there is not one. I would male dancers. I would put it down to Nino Langella and Franco Formica, both 3 times world champion. Incredible dancers, very rhythmical dancers. I had the privilege to have lessons with both of them, and just incredible dancers. I think Franco is an incredible teacher. Nino is just pure talent, and if you are really able to understand his concept, you're gonna really benefit of him. But yeah, those are my 2 favorite male dancers. And then, of course, I also take a lot of inspiration when it comes to student dancing. I think and those pro am dancing, if you want to call this, is Mr. Derek Huff. I mean, he's inspiration when it comes to that. I think he can make everybody look great. Of course, the people who watch Dancing with the Stars, you guys gonna understand what I'm talking about. And then, yeah, when it comes to ladies, um, her name is Marina Sergeyeva. I think they're now actually, they're world champions now in WDC, and she's just incredible, something different. Very feminine, but very strong, very independent, but very also dependent of the partner. So I think she's really she's different. I really like her. Yeah.
Okay, we are on the last category,
Oh wow, that's going
and
fast.
this is business.
Business. Oh, what? Are you gonna ask me how much money I make? Because I don't make anything. I volunteer, total volunteer work here.
Okay, the first question is, what are all the jobs you did in the dancing industry?
Okay, so if you consider being a pro dancer, so a professional dancer job. So I started as a competitor. So I competed for a long time. I became national champion too. So if that was my job, I think I was very successful in it. I was top 20 in the world. After that, I became a dance teacher, first in Memphis in a franchise studio. I'm not gonna mention names, um, but you can kind of notice down there. You see, if you can read that, you know where I used to work. So, but yeah, I was there a teacher for about 3 4 years, and then I was a manager very briefly and very shortly. I was just not. I'll be honest, I was not ready for it. I was kind of pushed in it to keep happy, I would say, and it didn't end up well. But I did learn from this a lot. Um, I was a coach, a choreographer, so I traveled around. I was a show dancer, so we did shows with my dance partner. Um, of course, a pro am dancer and teacher. I mentioned that. And then also now I'm a studio owner and dance director and professional nothing doer. I don't know. I don't know. No, but yeah. So I really I only been in this industry for about 7 years, but I went for a lot of different stages of it. And of course, being a professional dancer and competitor really helped me to have, I would say, a little head start on all this. But yeah,
You did a lot. That's
um,
cool.
I mean, I think a lot of dancers that stick this for a long time go for a lot of different stages. You should go. You shouldn't be stuck just at being an instructor for
Yeah.
10 years. I mean, if you're an instructor for 10 years, good for you. I hope you made a lot of money, and I hope you made a lot of people happy, and I hope you taught a lot and learned a lot. But 10 years is a long time, especially if you've been. I came here 6 years ago, so I already danced for 15 years when I came here. So for me, it was like, or about 15 years. So for me, it was like, I mean, I don't want to be another 10 years or not being my own boss and being able to decide what I want to give to my
Mhm.
students. That was being an instructor the biggest thing. I couldn't really decide what kind of service or what kind of, in general, experience the students could get because it wasn't my studio. But yeah,
That's cool.
okay.
Okay.
It's cool.
Uh,
It's
It's
cool.
cool.
She's like a I just press a button. She's just gonna read. You know.
Okay, the next question is, how long have you been teaching as a ballroom teacher?
Okay, so I just said six. It's been
Yes.
6 years. It's been 6 years. I'll answer that so I can explain a little more. So I used to have about, I would say the most number of students I had that would going on competitions was 11 or 12, something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm overblowing it, but I think it was 11 or 12 people. I used to teach about between 35 to 50 lessons a week. I was the top regional instructor in Tennessee for 2 years in a row. Me and my students went on a lot of national competitions. So yeah, me and my students put a lot of work in it. I had a lot of very successful students, and now here again, I think it's gonna be again. I'm really happy with all of my students here in Missouri and in Columbia. It's a little different. I need to be honest. I have a lot of couples, so I don't need to break my knees as much. It's a different kind of way of teaching, but it's very mentally draining, I would say, because you are teaching two people in the same lesson. So after you have 5 couples that day, you taught 10 people actually. So it's a different kind of teaching a little bit, and it's need to get used to it. But I like it. I think it makes me grow, and I have more time than concentrating on other stuff that concerns the business because I'm not as tired physically on the end of the day. So yeah,
Okay. We go to the next question.
something's funny. I don't know
Yeah.
what
What?
what.
Okay. We go to the next question, and this is the last question.
Okay,
And it's, do you think? Okay, I need help.
she needs help. Okay,
I
so
need help.
Do you think pursuing ballroom dancing as a career is a good decision? That's a very good question. Okay, so let's see. Yes, it is a great industry to pursue your career in. If you are ready to understand what that career brings with it, and that's not just good side. It's being a ballroom dancer. You're never stable. You never know if next day there is gonna be a paycheck. Okay, and as a career, that's the first important thing I think you should be thinking about. Is this something that can also provide a good life for you, your family, your friends, whoever you are considering to helping, or yourself? Because if it doesn't matter if you have fun. A lot of people go into this as, I want to have fun, I love dancing, I will go dance and learn how to. You really don't have time as an instructor to learn as much if you want to make a successful environment and if you want to teach a lot of lessons. You really don't, okay? And on the lessons, you need to put all your effort into the student. It's not really about you. So that's why I say, if you pursue it when you're 20 years old and going into it, I think it's going to be quite difficult, and I don't personally agree with it. That doesn't mean you cannot do it, but I think you should be able to have experience in dancing as a competitor before to be able to present to your student what it means to be a dancer. If you started dancing, I apologize. If you started dancing with 12 and you started teaching with 20, you have a certain amount of experience. If you started dancing with 19 and teaching with 19 and a half, it will be very difficult for me to trust you, really, okay? Because then a student after 6 months can also become a pro. So this is not the purpose. This is an exclusive thing. I compare it to a doctor. A doctor is expensive, and you trust him because he went to school for a long time. It's the same with a dancer. You pay him a lot because dancing is getting outrageously expensive because you trust him with his knowledge. So yeah, yes and no. Depends from how you start it and which way you go into it.
Okay,
Make
that
sense?
sounds yeah.
Okay,
That
cool.
sounds good. Yeah, that was all.
That was all.
Yeah, that was the
Well,
last question.
perfect. Well, thank you so much, Ivana,
Of course.
for doing this. Okay. So of course this was a little weird because I wrote those questions. Okay. So I'm asking myself. But
Well,
Ivana
I
did
wrote it.
she wrote it. I told her to write. So, but next time we're gonna have some other people on this podcast, hopefully, and it's gonna be a little longer, a little bit more interesting, because I'm not very interesting. So we're gonna have every coach that's gonna come coach to our studio. We're gonna have him do a podcast with us. We're gonna have podcasts with some of our ladies here that are renting the floor, hopefully soon here too. And then yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys gonna follow us, subscribe to the channel, like, comment down below if you have any other questions. We will answer all of your comments. And then make sure to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram too. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for hanging out. And I will see you next time. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.